Okay, we're back, and Dave Gosar joins me now. And Mr. Gosar, thank you for working with us on. I know we had some technical issues, but let's talk about your brother. I played a little bit of the ad that several of your siblings participated in, endorsing his opponent for Congress. Your brother, in your view, is he a racist?
Well, Joy, let me answer it this way. And first off, let me say I wish the media would stop using the words white nationalists. White nationalists is just a sort of a softer way of saying white supremacists. These people are white supremacists. Okay, you don't get to say you're not a racist when you're cavorting with racists, when you're amplifying their message, when you're encouraging them, when you're refusing to denounce them. You don't get to say, I'm not a racist. You don't get to say, I'm not a racist when you're an outright birther and, you've engaged in activities and statements throughout your tenure in Congress that are clearly, associating yourself with racists.
And did he display these kind of white supremacist ideas just at home growing up? Is this something that you sort of came to know as he was growing up?
No, Joy, because we were definitely not raised with that. In fact, we were definitely raised with the idea that was reprehensible. And none of the rest of us have any toleration for it.
And why do you think that he is doing this? You're saying that you believe that he is associating with and that he is a white supremacist. What do you think his goal is? Do you think that what do you think his overall goal is as a congressman? Why is he in Congress?
The most despicable thing, the most despicable motive of all, Joy, to advance himself, to further his own interests, to further his own stature or perceived stature to him of himself. That's all this is about. And he can rationalize anything to himself, Joy, anything.
Do you suspect that, as Ali Alexander has claimed, your brother, Paul Gosar, participated in sort of creating the pre-event, the preview event for the insurrection? Do you think he participated himself in the insurrection?
I think he absolutely incited that write-up. There was a big part to play. Trump, Giuliani, Don Jr., all these other guys, Biggs, Brooks, they all had a part to play in it. But absolutely, yes. I mean, there's a video of him, with Fuentes prior to the insurrection where he's telling the crowd, "You got to go back home." We've got to take the hill. You get to go back home once we conquer the hill. And Donald Trump has returned to being president. During or just prior to this attack on the Capitol, he's tweeting out, "I want Biden's resignation on my desk. Don't make me come over there and get it." And he shows a whole mob there. I mean, that congresswoman that detailed the tweets ahead of this, he's got 70 pages of her 200-page document there. Just him alone, by far and away, the most tweets, connected to this whole event.
And what would you like to see done? Do you think he should be subpoenaed by the January 6th commission once it's formed?
Oh, I absolutely do. And I think ahead of that time, we can take a lot more concrete steps. And I call Merrick Garland and ask him, what the heck is taking so long? I mean, how has Ali Alexander dropped out of sight all this time? Why hasn't anybody tracked him down and asked him questions? Isn't that curious? I mean, even the media. Why has the media left Ali Alexander alone? He can't be that hard to find.
I'm with you on that one. I'm definitely with you on that.
Yeah, and go ahead.
And what do you think should happen overall? Do you think your brother should remain a congressman?
Oh, absolutely not. He's disgraced and dishonored himself. He has done so many things to hurt people, just to further his own interests. He's just absolutely despicable. There's no place in Congress. He really had no place in Congress ahead of time, Joy. He doesn't have the attributes it takes to be a good congressperson. He should be subpoenaed. He should be investigated. I think, in my mind, and I'm a practicing attorney, I think they got plenty already to go on to charge him with inciting a riot, along with the rest of them, in a conspiracy to do that. And I've worked in criminal law, both criminal defense at the state and federal level.
Yeah.
I mean, and I want to ask this while I've got this platform. Merrick Garland, you've got 2 softball pitches out of the park right now with Trump and campaign finance violations with Michael Cohen and obstruction of justice. What's going on?
And my last question before I let you go, inside of your own family, is this the majority view of your parents? I know 6 of your siblings came out against him. Is this the view of most of your family?
It is not my parents, Joy, but I would say, I have, there's 10 kids in the family as a whole. And for sure, this is the view of 9 of us. There's one I don't know for sure, but I would suspect at this point, yes, it would be his view too.
Yeah.
So.
Dave Gosar, thank you so much for spending some time with us this evening. Really appreciate you.